Afternoon. How is everybody? Well, say everybody. I think we've got about a few followers. Not done this in a while. Right, here we go. Israel. My thoughts. Now, the founder of Israel was David Ben Gurion, first Prime Minister of Israel as well. There's a proposal, 1965, something like that, to create a canal to oppose the Suez Canal, which everybody's using, which is going to fall into the hands of the BRICS nations quite soon with what's going on in the Middle East. That's just my thoughts. The canal has to more or less go straight through Gaza. In the Mediterranean Sea, just off Gaza, is a gas field, massive gas deposit which BP own the rights to. Now, this is just hearsay. I've been told that Dishy Rishi's missus has got rights through a petrochemical company in the UK. So, bit of conflict of interest, and just the attack on the 7th of October, bit fishy. High security fences, cameras everywhere, that you can attack it for a couple of hours with a front loading scoop loader, and nobody says anything. And then they get 7 hours to just play around and collect people and run them out of the country. Weird. And then you find that Hamas was actually employed by Israel to go after the PLO.
I told you, it's disgusting.
So did they create their own monster, or is the monster still under the same conditions to go and cause havoc and mayhem in Gaza, make them look bad, and then they can bomb the bejesus out of them? I'm on the fence either side. I'm not. All I'm pointing out is stuff that I've heard, stuff that's from history. Now, say for instance, they did open this canal up through Gaza that had, I don't know, got redeveloped, let's just say, by this little war that they're having. Not seriously redeveloped. I mean, these bunker buster bombs that are sending down just like these tunnels that are way deep. You need a sizable bomb for one of them. I mean, you might not call it a nuke, but you need something quite large. Now, say for instance, you did get something quite large, and heaven forbid, if there's something quite large exploded in a certain area of Gaza, then the water will fill up from some seismic shit that's going on and flood the tunnels. Game over for whoever's down in the tunnels, but problem solved. Then they can't say, well, they're using tunnels because, well, the tunnels are flooded. Unless they're Aquaman. So then all of a sudden, because it's like a complete bombed out area and flooded, you could redevelop it quite quickly into making a canal that you get Panamax super tankers backwards and forwards probably being able to pass. So you'd never end up with the Ever Given problem. See where I'm going with this? And then they could also charge taxes, and Saddam, who's been awfully quiet, would also get a cut of the pie. So why are we not having a ceasefire? Well, I wonder why. I wonder why. Why is everybody going, yeah, go Israel? Now, if what's been reported has happened, and it's not just me and my tin foil hat, and if that actually went on, then that's some bad stuff that went on. But there's never any coincidences. Never. So it's time for everybody to take a deep dive into where we're going with this, how bad it's going to be, and what's going on with the rest of the world, because this will go global because of all the people coming over in dinghies that living high on the hog in 4 or 5 star hotels, being fed regularly, where we're going out grafting and eating off the cuff, and still, no matter how hard you work, you still got bills that you can't cover by design. We're paying for a war in the Ukraine that never needed to happen, and we're going to start paying for a war in Israel because everybody's got a finger in the fucking pie. Now, you're going to call me bullshit here, but I nipped out earlier. I was just going running an errand, but nipped to the pie shop. Now, where I live, our local MP, quite well known, comes home at weekends. So I walked into the pie shop. I stood in the queue and was very polite to the gentleman and mentioned his name and said, how are you today, sir?
I'll put you to.
Yeah. And there was a bit of a conversation. He was saying about the food in London shit, which is why he ended up picking up more or less a bread tray full of pies and cakes that he takes down to Westminster. I don't know if he's giving them away or just knocking them out. It's probably on it. We're probably paying for that shit, but fucks up with a load of cakes and pies. And I was stood in the queue thinking to myself, I want to get into a conversation with him, but the pie shop was really, really like filled. And I thought, loads of normies, they're going to look at me like, wow, this guy's absolutely a lunatic. And as I left, and he left at the same time, I was desperate. Just to go, can I have 5 minutes of your time? And just not peck his head, but and not be on a side. I'm like centrist. Not be on a side, just, you know what? Just tell him what my thoughts. And see his reaction to them, because, I mean, they're all globalists. I mean, look at Richie Sunak, the money that fucker's making. And get us into another fucking war. And don't say he isn't, because if you watch the news over the next few fucking days, they'll be well into it. And it's wrong. They're to serve us, not them fucking selves. And that's what's going on. It's all a fucking racket. Everything's a fucking racket. We're all getting fucking played. I mean, look at me. I'm fucking coming up 60 years old. I look like fucking death. I'm just going to walk around in a black hood and with a fucking scythe and scare the shit out of people. It's just, come on, folks. The world's fucked. I'm heading really, really to some dark place that's some fucker that's not us. We're all just happy clappy. Well, not me. It's just a happy clappy place. People are just not aware of the fucking shit that's going on, man. So, I just thought I'd pull this out there. Should have had a shave. But yeah. So look into it. Look into the whole reason why we are where we are and what we're doing.
Thank you so much for telling him. Like, as if everybody tells him.
Oh.
Yeah, just look into
Oh.
this Ukraine war for us now. Well, anybody that's got their eyes open knows exactly where it's at.
Oh no.
Gone, and he's going. And somebody's going to fall out the pram, I reckon, quite soon, because all the money is now going to be heading down to the Middle East. So yeah, folks, just look into it yourself. You can call me some crazy old tin foil hat wearing lunatic, but I don't care. I didn't even have to have a drink. See, that's how sober I am. Picked it up, thought about having a drink, and then didn't. Anyways, see you later.